Yes, hello, here's Kevin again. Very excited to present this series of various medieval armies. I'm starting off with the Hussites because I've scratch built these wagons and I really spent a lot of time on this army because I was quite fascinated with it in general. But the Hussite Wars, also called the Bohemian Wars, Hussite Revolution, whatever you want to call it, was really a religious war, and it affected most all of Central Europe and has its ramifications even till today. I won't go into the history too much because I think most people can go on YouTube and watch nice movies from more professional people than myself. But what I really liked about this army was just it looks so different than everything else. And there was a lot of firsts here. The firearms really took its development here from these wars. Like, for an example, the name pistola and howitzer. Those are Czech inventions that were used in the wagon forts. Very, very ingenious method of fighting the imperial armies that were very heavy, night-oriented. But as you can see, I've tried to recreate as best as I can what I thought a Wagenburg or a mobile fort would look like. And Jan Hiska developed these wagons himself. He had them pre-manufactured. I think it's just fascinating. And they were able to be successful against the Crusades. I think there was 3 of them that were sent against the Hussites. And yeah, I think it's really a very nice army, and I'm very excited to hear what your comments might be and if there's anything that I should change. Anyway, I hope you really enjoy it. Well, I noticed I didn't really put much medieval up. Of course, this is maybe later medieval, but this is my Hussite Wagenburg. And the wagons are predominantly scratch built. And I think this is probably one of my favorite armies. Took me a while to put up because I was trying to finish a few pieces of it. But it's really, really impressive. It's 6 wagons to each side, with interspersed cannon and crossbow and handguns, some knights in the interior, and foot billmen, foot soldiers, and of course crossbow. And they can come out of just about any place, but I think that I'll try to get down a little bit closer for you so you can actually see the work on each wagon. So the shields are hand painted, and the wagons are hand painted with writings on them of Christian things, and I think it really turned out to be just beautiful. I mean, when most people do see it, if I ever show it, people generally enjoy its presentation. So I'd like to show you each wagon. Each one is uniquely finished, but that could well take me going around the other side of the table, which I'm going to do. But I think actually seeing it from the backside is actually pretty good too. How the individual soldiers are inside, and there's slits, and it's all interconnected, and I think it turned out well. The figures are also very good, interspersed with monks and other zealous people of the time. I put most people, when they do a Hussite wagon, they generally put the horses attached to the wagon, but that's not a Wagenburg. I mean, they would put those in the center, and that's kind of how I built mine, so that they're not actually moving; they're set up. I think the knights turned out very, very nicely, and Yeah, I'm just very, very pleased with the army. I think probably next I need to put up my German Imperial Army. That's also very, very impressive. That was the antagonist um, to this. But I think that yeah, you model enthusiasts and wargamers out there probably will be able to critique this a little bit better than myself. But I think that it turned out the way I kind of envisioned it looking. The figures, some of them are from Essex and other places. To be honest, I don't really remember where the individual figures came from. I think they're from a mix of different companies. Maybe somebody in the comment can tell me. I'm not sure, to be honest. It's been a long time ago since the figures were bought and put together. There might be some minifigs in here, could be. But I always found that when I asked the community where they came from, everybody else seems to know very, very quickly, which I appreciate. There might even be some figures from a Black Hat in here. Not sure. Anyway, that would be nice to have people tell me. But I thought, in between the wagons, it was kind of nice to put, these big Pavis shields. When I was in Prague, I got to see some original ones. They looked very, 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 very large, very well painted, even till this day. And I think they put them between the wagons. I just kind of used mine as a depiction of that. But I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's go around to the other side and see what that looks like. Well, this is actually the interlude between two movies. I thought I would just throw up a couple of pictures and let you see what it looks like. Hopefully the images and pictures are a little bit better than what I normally have done. I've also learned from one of my fellow YouTubers is to put a white background behind it so the camera focuses better. I'm going to try that on the next army and see what happens. Well, here we are on the other side. It doesn't look much different, does it? Except you get to see the shields and patterns of some of the other pavises and how they were put together in some of the wagons in different colors. I wanted different colors for the wagons just to kind of depict variation. But I think in general, it turned out pretty nice. I'll try to include a couple of historical comments at the beginning of the video of how they fought and different things. And I don't think too many rule sets really cover it extremely well. And I think with my Wargame group, we're going to try a game with them and see what how it turns out. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. Everybody asks for close-ups, and try my best to get in as close as I possibly can on some of these, and I'll go a little bit slow so people can kind of see what's there and know the writing isn't legible. I'm not that good of a painter. But I think that some of the foot soldiers, they turned out pretty nicely, and some of the commanders, yeah, generally very, very pleased. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed my army of the Hussites, and yeah, until the next time. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed the painting and the figures. I really have. I'm going to try to put up a couple of more armies, especially the antagonists to this, the Imperials and the Crusades. What's fascinating about it is that if you look at all the different nations that participated as a part of the Crusades, or the Catholics trying to subdue this rebellion, it's amazing. You can use Hungarians, Germans, Danes, French, all the way to England. You've got some unbelievable, interesting personalities, Silesian, Moravian, all kinds of stuff. So have fun with it. You could have the Polish fighting them, or you can even have different factions of Hussites, but just about everybody got on that bandwagon. So I'll try to put those armies up next and have you take a look at them. Have a good day. Take care.